This is a general reading for Capricorn for September 29th through October 5th. So if Capricorn is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. For October and September, I am still offering the complimentary 30-minute reading for those who either subscribe or put in a comment, and know that I do read all the comments. So if you put in the subscription or comment in September, you'll be entered for the September reading. If you put the comment or subscription in October, you'll be considered for the October. I appreciate all your kind comments and prayers for me and for my fur babies. Unfortunately, Gypsy's health did not improve, which, you know, she had cancer, a huge tumor on her leg, and it was moving under into her organs. So Monday I made the decision and took her to the vet and had her euthanized, which was a very difficult situation for me, very sad. But the vet said she was in pain because she was panting. I just needed to, you know, it would be very selfish for me to keep her here. So as she, you know, before she crossed, I told her, send me a sign. And the very next day, there was I call them desert doves. It was in the courtyard, because I believe that, you know, they send their signs like birds and feathers to let us know. And I know that she's with Sammy and taking those long walks in the park with Sammy, as she used to love to do. So thank you for your kind words. Now, if you have not subscribed, please consider being a subscriber. It is absolutely free. It costs you nothing. And why subscribe? Well, it helps the channel. I promise I will not send you any marketing, no emails, no texts, nothing. It helps build the channel. And what are the advantages for you becoming a subscriber? Well, you'll be entered for the drawing. If you put a notification on your subscription, you'll be notified when the videos come out. In the times ahead, after I get relocated back to the US, I'm going to be doing some things like maybe some live stream where you can, for the subscribers, we could do a one-card reading, for example, some exchange of ideas, building the community. Right now, for subscribers, I have, in the month of September, I have what's called the September special for a reading. You just, if you want a reading, send me an email, and that information's down below. For September, it's $22 for a 30-minute reading, and that is by video. For the month of October, it's for the special for subscribers is $5 off a live reading, which is usually by WhatsApp. So for example, the normal price for a 30-minute reading is $30. And you can get it will be live or by video if you don't want to schedule for a live. For an hour, which is normally $50, it's $45, $5 off. And it's again live or can be sent a video. So, you know, that's an advantage. Now, the September special ends September 30th, and I will not take any more $22 readings for the September special after 9:30. So I would either go to the subscriber rate for the next day or to the regular rate of $30 and $50. The subscriber special is to acknowledge and thank you for being a subscriber. The other thing is that I am asking for everybody to share that my house is for sale in CASTRO, MARIM, Portugal. I need to move back to the US, mainly for my health. And so I have my house for sale. It is in the village of CASTRO, MARIM, Portugal, just across the bridge from Spain, very close to Villarreal de Santonio. I have 2 bedrooms, a long hallway of tile, sitting room, bathroom, kitchen, a huge courtyard for being in the town. It's a large courtyard, and at the end of that is a garage that goes out into the parking lot, and right close by is the SUPERMERCADO grocery store. And on the way is a beauty shop. I'm walking distance to the bank, 6 cafes, the pharmacy, the computer store, the Chinese store, and I go out my front door and I see the castle, which was the Knights Templar, and I look to my right and it's the fortress. So it's got a lot of historical value. it is in the ALGARVE. Now, the ALGARVE is the place where many Northern Europeans come in the wintertime because the climate's much better. And consider like Arizona and Florida in the U.S., it's, you know, the snowbirds come. And the weather is much milder, and it is, you know, it looks like California did in the 50s and 60s, lots of rolling hills and agriculture. So if you know anybody, share it. I bought the house 3 years ago at 135,000 euros. I put in 45,000 into it. So I'm asking 195, but it is negotiable. So please, you know, share if you know someone, help. And I'm going to put into the community comments, I will be putting pictures and the name of the realtor. So if you know anybody that wants to buy a house, here it is. Now, I have shuffled the cards for you, Capricorn, and let's see what we have here for you coming up this week. And the very first thing is a message. You're waiting for a message, or, you know, it's about a message you're going to receive, crossed over by some choices. New opportunities. At the base of it is the Seven of Swords. Now you've got the Seven of Cups, now the Seven of Swords. Moving forward. It's moving forward from one situation and going in and having some choices. Behind you is the King of Pentacles. Ahead, what you're thinking about, it's the High Priestess. Follow your intuition. Then ahead is the Queen of Swords. So we have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Then we have the Ace of Rods. Got lots of rods going on here. 10 of Cups. The Lovers. And the Hierophant. With the Hierophant, we have the Queen of Cups. With the Lovers, we have the Hermit. 10 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Rods, the Broken Heart, the Three of Swords. Now you have two swords, but, oh, okay. That's very possible that you have your broken heart about something, and so it's new beginnings. The Queen of Swords with the Seven of Swords. So you have three of the sevens. Then we have, okay. Okay. The Emperor with the High Priestess. The Five of Swords behind you with the King of Pentacles. The Wish card right here is the base with the Seven of Rods. Then we have the Nine of Wands or Rods crossed over by the King of Swords or Rods. Okay, lots of people, lots of things going on. Queen of Cups, and you have the Queen of Swords. And the King, I think you had the King of Swords. I think. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. Lots of people, lots of people. And the three sevens. The sevens are also a spiritual number. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. It's getting a message, the Page of Rods, and some sort of message about a project that you've been waiting for, and looking for some choices. So it could be, you know, you can interpret it a couple of different ways. It could be that you've been looking at your choices here, and then you hear a message confirming them. Now I have, since, you know, this week, Spirit has, you know, helped me in interpreting this cup, Seven of Cups. You know, you don't have all the information, and it's sometimes taking a guess what's under those cups. However, Spirit has said that whatever you choose is that which you were supposed to choose, and there was a lesson out of it. So maybe you didn't know, and you made the choice based on as much information you had, and then you made that choice and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Well, know that that was just the way it was supposed to be because there was a lesson from it. And then you can move on. It's not a forever thing. So let's say you were choosing 2 different jobs. And you took the job and you go to that job and you go, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought I would have all these opportunities to learn new things, and I'm doing the same thing, and I was bored in my other job, and now it's the same thing, but same job, different people, different location. Well, it's not a forever. What it is that you learn the lesson and you're going to look for the cues for the next job when you apply, when you go to the interview, and get real specific about what are the duties. Could you tell me, what am I going to be doing? What is the job description? Interview them too. Make it into a learning thing, because then you will be moving forward and have more skills in discernment. So that's what Spirit has said, is that, don't be afraid of the choices. Because that's part of the process. So you get a message about some choices, and then the King of Swords, there's a whole lot of responsibility to this. Now, the King of Swords can represent a boss. It can represent an organization. The boss would be someone who's real clear-cut in their directions. It could be that you are in an organization, you have a whole lot of responsibilities, but nothing more than you can handle. Could be a project, it could be a job, but there's your responsibilities. And I think the King of Swords is either a boss or an organization. And then at the base of it is that another 7, the 7 of Wands, is having gone through a situation, and it's moving forward. And that's your wish, moving forward. So the 7 of Wands could have been a situation with a lot of conflict, with uncertainty. And what you did is you turned, and that would be the 5 of Wands, and you turn that over into something where you're empowered, because the 5 of Wands is being into all that turmoil and conflict. The 6 of Wands is victory, moving forward, and the 7 of Wands is not just moving forward, but having learned from that whole situation and having skills to move forward, to apply and be better outcomes. So that's your wish, and yes, you are moving forward away from that situation that you had, because behind you, this is not now, behind you was the King of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. There was a lot of intrigue, deceit behind the picture. Could be the King of Pentacles is a person, and there was some deceit, dishonesty on that person. It could be a boss, it could be an organization, and there was some deception or deceit. Could have been shorting your wages. Could have been promising one thing and something else. It could be you're having business dealings with this person, maybe not a job, and you had to have discernment because they were trying to some trickery. But it's behind you. And then what's on your mind is the Emperor and the High Priestess. Now the Emperor, what's on is a person that makes a decision. It's usually like a government official, a boss, or it can be a government agency. And it says follow your intuition. So it could be some engagements or activities with this government agency, and it says follow your intuition as follows for your involvement and what to do in negotiating through them. It could be following your intuition about a decision that this person's going to make that you've been waiting for, but it's on your mind and you're waiting for something from this Emperor or from this organization, which could be government or an individual. And it says just wait and follow your hunches. Do not rush forward, but follow your hunches. Could be, for example, that you are waiting for them to make a decision, and following your hunches is not to rush anything, to wait. Or follow your intuition and call them and say, I've been waiting, not for a job. You don't want to bug them for a job. But let's say you're having some dealings with an agency or a government or an official. And you said, I just wanted to follow up, check, and is there anything missing that I need to do to provide to you in helping you make your decision? I mean, that would be if that's what your intuition said. Or if you had a job interview and your intuition says to send them a thank you email. then follow it. Whatever it says, your intuition, as far as dealings with this individual or government. Because then what is ahead of you is, again, another sword, or another 7, and it's the Queen of Swords, and moving forward from that difficult situation, the 5 of Swords. So this is actually the 5 of Swords, and you're turning that around. Oh, there goes the kids. The kids are out of school for lunch. And so they're going to lunch right now. When I go to the store, I see them buying their nutritious snacks of a can of pop and some chips. It's just a little snack because they've already gotten their meal. But anyway, here is the Queen of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Now you have the 5 of Swords behind you. And this is ahead of you. You took that 5 of Swords and you turned it into the 7 of Swords. It's like, I'm moving forward. I had negotiated. The 6 of Swords is moving forward, but not transmuting it into it's moving forward, but it's still, this shows that you conquered the situation, that you turned those 5 of Swords into a learning experience, that you now have the knowledge, and when you face similar situations, that you're able to conquer them. This is having the tools now after your experience. And this can be you as the Queen of Swords now, going forward with your tools. Or it could be you negotiating with the Queen of Swords going forward. Because the Queen of Swords is very decisive, knows what she wants. And this could be you after this experience, or you dealing with this individual. Because around you, there's new opportunities in your broken heart. Now, what does this mean? The broken heart, the 3 of Swords reversed. It means that that situation in the past, you're still feeling some of the pain, and there's new opportunities because it's a sense of loss. If you didn't need to move forward, you wouldn't have the new opportunities. And so it's looking for new opportunities because it's the end of something. And there's a process of releasing that. It could have been the end of a job, it could have been at the end of a relationship, could have been the end of a project. Something ended. And so remember the stages of grief, including, denial, bargaining, sadness, depression, anger, and then acceptance. And so there's the sadness because you're moving on to something new. It's letting go of the old and moving to the new, and there's new opportunities coming. There's the Ace of Rods. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities coming for money. Very, very good. New opportunities. Money's coming to you now. As a result of letting go of the old chapter closing and the new opportunities coming, because the Lovers is a decision or a relationship, can be one or the other. Here's the Hermit. You're going to take your time and get the truth about the situation, whatever it is that you're deciding. It could be your Ace of Pentacles. And the Hermit is looking at the situation subjectively as you make your decision and looking for the truth of it. Then you decide what direction you're going to go. And the final outcome is the Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can be related to home. It can be related to relationships. And the Hierophant is generally government. Could be marriage. Could be some legal thing related to that. But I think it's good. It could be also a new home. And government involvement or a large agency approving it. So it can represent a new home, it can represent relationships, but you have the good outcome because you have the Aces and the 7s, which show moving forward after letting go of a situation. So it's new chapter coming ahead right now. Now let's look at some oracle cards for you. Nina's half asleep here. She's got her little eyes open, but she's, I think, snoring. Okay, right, Nina? Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 of the Wisdom of the Oracle. 3 cards of Wisdom of the Oracle. Angels and Archangels and Spirit Guides of the Light. What is it? Cards for Capricorn for this week. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we have to be fair, round and round. It's like repeating. And the final outcome is orphaned. Now those are interesting cards. So let's start with the orphaned. Number 5. I think 5 is just feeling like you don't feel in place, feeling a little bit out of place. A sense of loss. An identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. So this is the new beginnings. So, you know, it can feel like if you're looking at your choices and new situations, even though you're leaving, you know, you've got your 7s, that you still, it's that adjustment of the new. Then we have round and round, which is a repeating of patterns, I believe. 25. The spiral quality of events, when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So it could be your life lesson, and it's a refinement of that because, you know, it's when you have a life lesson, if you don't get the lesson and it's subtle, then they add it on until you can't ignore it. So maybe you're completing that life lesson that you finally figured out what it is. And then the other card is to be fair, number 38, which works out to an 11, 38. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. To be fair. Okay. It says, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. Okay, so, you know, you have your new opportunities coming up, but then it's because of that broken heart that you had to leave one thing and open up the opportunity for something new. Then we have the Visionary I Ching card that I'm going to pull one card for you. And I'll pull the Law of Positivism and the Louise Hay card. Okay, Angels and Archangels and Spirit Guides for Capricorn. Please show us the card. Thank you. Well, these are all mixed up. Well, I guess that's Angels and Archangels and Spirit Guides. Please show me the card for Capricorn for this week. Okay, it is excessive pressure, number 28, which works out to an 11 again. Something is about to collapse. A great pressure is causing an imbalance that needs correction. If the dam is about to burst, moving out of the way is your first priority. Likewise, if you're in an old mine shaft and feel the earth begin to tremble, it's time for a quick, instinctive action and nimble footwork. Only extraordinary measures can produce a successful outcome. When the roof is collapsing, run first and choose your destination later. Extraordinary times bring out the best and worst in people. When a great weight is upon your world, powerful moments present opportunities to make great gains because everything is in a state of flux. One can only move in the direction of positive change and improvement or towards stagnation. To achieve the former, one must go gently to the heart of the issue, to the cause. There is a smooth transition is assured. This may be the moment you have been waiting for. Although the current challenge may seem to be more than you can handle, remember that a flood usually reaches its high water mark for only a few moments before it begins to subside. Action must be taken now to ensure opportunities for success later. You never know the true extent of your abilities until you have at least once in your life dive into a crisis with complete abandon, dedicating every ounce of your energy and every fiber of your being to the cause at hand. Now's the time. Dare to win. So this is your new opportunity. So think of it as, you know, the tide, the flood. It's now receded. It's time for new beginnings, new opportunities. Because that's what you're right in the middle of right now. And then, because you have all those aces coming. Now the law of positivism, right here. I follow the cycles of my body. And the other card we have here is movement helps my energy and emotions to flow. Okay, and then two Louise Hay affirmation cards. Angels and archangels and spirit guides, please show us the cards here for Capricorn. Okay. I listen with love to my body's messages. My body is always working towards optimum health. My body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. And the other card is right here, too. I see clearly. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. And the other card is, I have the perfect living space. I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It is a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I'm going to pull the meditation card for this week. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. If you're interested in the readings, just send me an email. And here we go. And if you know somebody that wants to move to Portugal, consider my house. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. Here we go. Card for Capricorn. 2 cards. Eclipse celebrates cycles. And dream, wish upon a star. There you go. Thank you so much, Capricorn. And until next time, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Portugal.